What's going on, everybody? I am back with another Prize Picks MLB player props video. This one going to be breaking it down, giving you guys two picks from the later time slot games, so you should have plenty of time to lock these picks in. They're going to be free for you. Coming off a nice 2-0 day yesterday, we went with the over Mike Trout fantasy, the over Fernando Tatis Jr. fantasy. Was able to go 2-0, so hopefully you tuned in. Hopefully you cashed in, and we had a great day over in the VIP too. So I want to go ahead and give some shout outs in this one to some winners over there. Oakley Furry turning $20 into $500. We had Gels in the middle turning 5 into $125. Dre on the right side turning 20 into $500 with a nice 6-man sweep that all the VIP members had access to yesterday. So shout out to those three guys. And then the list continues as well. LJ 20 into $500. Dre Day turning 50 into $1250. And Bryce turning 15 into $375. With that 6-man, we went with a nice little mix and match approach. Was able to sweep one of those tickets that we mixed and matched. And then the last thing is myself. Once again, cashing in on that same 6-man I supplied to everyone, 100 into $2,500 over there. So nice day over in the VIP. Nice day on the channel if you tuned into these free picks. All around a great day where we were able to cash in. So if you enjoyed this content, it would be greatly appreciated if you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future content that I upload. It is free. It takes 2 seconds to do. It does greatly help me out, and I'll be helping you guys out with these videos for free all MLB season long. You can use the promo code KJK DFS to receive an instant match on your first deposit up to $100 when you sign up for Prize Picks today. And if you do want to become part of that VIP member crew that I just talked about, all those tickets, all those picks, you can check that out. Link below in the description. It is patreon.com/KJK_DFS. Been on a roll with those picks. We've also been on a roll with the play of the day the last 2 days. Yesterday we went with Ronald Acuna. He cashed in. For some reason, the Prize Picks fantasy scoring was wrong on his live, like 13. He actually hit another home run after putting up these numbers, so he put up way more than this. If you go to the last 5 game logs, it shows correct, but for some reason when they cashed out my ticket, he was only at 13. But regardless, the day before we had Corbin Carroll, who cashed in for us as well. So back-to-back play of the days, a whole lot of more stuff, a whole lot of value to be had over there if you're interested. But let's get into it. We'll get into the picks. We'll go game by game as we always do, kind of break down these picks and why I do like them. So let's do it. Do a little bit of a refresh here, and let's get into it. Okay, so the first game I'd like to talk about, like I said, I'll give you guys 2 picks from the later time slot games, so you'll have plenty of time to be locking these in. And the first game I'd like to discuss is going to be the Washington Nationals taking on the San Diego Padres. The Padres run total continues to climb with a 5.21 implied run total. That wasn't even that high to start the day. I've seen that continue to climb, and for good reason. Just talked about it last night. This Washington Nationals pitching staff really hasn't been that great. Josiah Gray tonight. We'll break down his numbers as far as how he's been. As of late, he's been really struggling versus right-handed hitting, which is going to be a problem for him because he's going to have to face the same guy we targeted last night in Fernando Tatis Jr. Josiah Gray over the last 30 days only has a 16.9% K rate to righties, 7.7% walk rate. He's giving up a 390 ISO and a 438 WOBA. That is very bad. You look at the season numbers for Fernando Tatis Jr. Just talked about him yesterday. He's got a 227 ISO, 358 WOBA, 18.7% K rate versus right-handed pitching, and over the last 30 days, he's been raking all the way up to a 321 ISO, 430 WOBA, only striking out 17% of the time. We saw the stolen base upside with him last night as well. That's something I should mention for the fantasy score. He's got 13 stolen bases on the season now. That comes in tied for 20th in the entire league. But anytime you're on this first page for stolen bases and the stolen base leaders, that's good territory to be in. You know, you got the top of the top guys and Acuna, Ruiz, Wander Franco that are up there. I mean, Ronald Acuna and Esther Ruiz are in a class of their own, putting up 30+. But then the rest of these guys on this first page, as far as stolen base leaders, are certainly a nice bonus. And then lastly, we talked about the bullpen data yesterday, but Washington has the second worst bullpen in the entire league. They feature a 482 xFIP. That's worse. Second worst. Only team that's worse than them is Oakland. So bad. Starter versus right-handed pitching, bad bullpen, and then lastly, we'll pull up San Diego as far as how it plays as a hitting environment. Petco Park, you can see, a little underwhelming overall as a hitting environment, but luckily for us, Fernando's talent, speed, and the gaps, you should be able to leg out those doubles. And then lastly, wouldn't be surprised to see him hit a home run tonight with that terrible 390 ISO, 438 WOBA given up by Josiah Gray over these last 30 days, as we discussed. So, Pick number 1, we will be going with Fernando Tatis Jr. Just talked about him yesterday. He absolutely crushed for us. He's in another great matchup here tonight. They've got his hitter fantasy score set at 9.0. You look at the last 5. I talked about this in the last video, but the previous series, he was taking on a San Francisco Giants pitching staff in a San Francisco stadium. That 1 is not a good hitting environment. 2, the Giants pitching staff is much better than the Washington Nationals pitching staff. They got a great bullpen, some good starters, high-quality starters. So you see those game logs going down. Last 5 charts really don't mean anything, guys. Every single matchup's different. Every single scenario is different. So don't let that deter you off this play tonight. Tatis, I think, does it again for us tonight and has a great night at the dish. So pick number 1, going with the over 9.0 hitter fantasy score here for Fernando Tatis Jr. Talked about it. Bad starter in Josiah Gray, especially against right-handed hitting as of late. Bad bullpen. San Diego Padres also have a great lineup up and down. That's something you want. You want the lineup to turn over. You want the other guys in the lineup to be hitting through so that Tatis gets more at-bats. They roll the lineup over back up to the top of the order. These are all good things for him tonight. So that'll be pick number 1. And then pick number 2, we are going to talk about the other late game here. We'll pull it up for you guys and discuss why I like it. And it is going to be the Los Angeles Angels taking on the Colorado Rockies. Talked about this game yesterday. We had a lot of interest in Mike Trout in this game environment. It's going to be in Coors Field once again, a 12.5 over/under for a good reason, because this is the best hitting environment in baseball. For those of you that don't know, Coors Field. Not only do the ballpark dimensions help you out, but also the elevation in Colorado. The ball tends to carry more. Singles, doubles, triples in the gap, home runs, average on-base percentage, slugging, WOBO, runs allowed, etc. This is a hitter's paradise. And today, I would like to discuss Shohei Ohtani because he gets a take on an arm here tonight in Chase Anderson, who has once again been bad. The last 30 days, I mean, he's been terrible to both sides of the plate, let's be honest, but against lefties specifically, it's been really dreadful. He's given up a 340 ISO, a 419 WOBA. That is terrible, and Shohei Ohtani over the last 30 days is en fuego. 531 ISO, 563 WOBA, only striking out 11% of the time to right-handed pitching. He's walking at 15%, and he also does have some stolen base upside, similar to Fernando Tatis that we talked about. Shohei Ohtani's on page 2 of the stolen base leaders. He's got double-digit stolen bases on the season with 10 stolen bases. So he's got upside in the stolen base category. Chase Anderson's walking lefties at a high rate. Actually, he's not walking at that high of a rate, only an 8.9% walk rate, which doesn't really hurt our feelings. Great. Pitched the ball down the middle of Shohei Ohtani, and he went deep last night. I had a lot of interest in him, as you saw in that ticket, and I have a lot of interest in him once again. Great hitting environment. Chase Anderson's been terrible, and the Colorado Rockies bullpen's been terrible. This video is very similar to what we talked about yesterday. The Rockies are 1, 2, 3, 4th worst in the entire MLB. Yesterday, we liked Tatis and Trout. Tonight, I do like Tatis and Shohei Ohtani. 531 ISO, 563 WOBA. This guy's numbers are just absolutely ridiculous. Chase Anderson's numbers against lefties have been ridiculously bad. That's a tough formula for Chase Anderson to have success here tonight. I think he's going to be in some big trouble here, and I think Shohei Ohtani might go deep here again tonight. And even if he doesn't go deep, a double in the gap, getting up with some runners on and some stolen base upside. If he's able to get a stolen base, that's an automatic 5-hitter fantasy score. So many different ways that you can clear this prop for us here tonight, and I love the pick here for pick number 2. We're going with the over 10.0 hitter fantasy score here for Shohei Ohtani. The hitter fantasy score is inflated, but for good reason. He's in Coors Field. 10.0, isn't exactly a hitter fantasy score I'd want to be targeting too often if everything didn't match up. Ohtani's red hot. He's got stolen base upside. Chase Anderson stinks. They're on the road. They're going to get the guaranteed top of the 9th inning at bats. The list goes on and on. You just cannot ask for a better spot. Shohei Ohtani's been great on the season. Absolutely elite talent. Lock him in here tonight. I feel really good about it for pick number 2. We're going with the over 10.0 hitter fantasy score here for Shohei Ohtani, and that will be my 2 picks to get you win some money over here on Prizepicks in the MLB tonight, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future content that I upload. It is free. It takes 2 seconds to do. It does really help me out, and I'll be helping you guys out with these videos for free all MLB season long. If you have not checked out the premium content packages, I don't know what you're waiting on. That is linked below in the description, patreon.com/KJK_DFS. There's going to be a whole lot more value to be had over there. You can get access to my entire player pool and core plays in the lower tier packages if you're in the lower tier Discord channels. If you're really looking to step up your game, get access to all my tickets, all sports, all apps that I cover. VIP member package is going to be where it is at. So that's all for me. Wishing you guys all the best of luck on your Prizepicks MLB player props tonight, and we will see you in the next one.